Hi, this is Gayle. Welcome to my channel. We're going to be talking about living with solar tonight. Amber should be in here in just a minute. I just sent her the link.
Welcome, everybody.
Want to take a minute and introduce yourself?
My name is Amber. I live in Northwest Georgia. I've been living here for the past since I was 18, so I don't know how many years that's been. And the the place I live in now has been living here for 14 years, and I live off grid. The best thing for us is if we were still paying the power bill, we would not be living.
Okay.
And as you can tell, I'm a little nervous.
It's okay. You're doing fine, Amber. Don't you dare worry about a thing, Amber. You are doing great.
As you can tell.
Aw, you're wearing the bracelet I made you. I am so honored. So you liked it. I am so honored.
Yep.
Yay. Okay.
The chat and look at the phone. This is going to be weird.
I know. It takes a few minutes just to get it all kind of figured out. Because it's an art. I swear it's an art. Only Granny Monster can make it look easy. So, Amber, tell me about some of the trials that you have been through about being on solar. Because with us, one of the things that I've noticed is that people are not super accepting when it comes to solar, but we've got it going on our van. So that may be why. But have you had problems with people accepting you being off grid?
The mistake going off grid, lead acid batteries. We are in the process of trying to get AGM batteries. They're gel batteries. They're set it and forget batteries. We don't have to worry about acid anymore or buying distilled water. If anybody's interested in solar, please stay away from the lead acid batteries. All you do is
Sure.
They're all lead acid, but they don't have the water.
well, they are lead acid, but liquid. They're gel.
Okay.
I just like to call them gelled. Sounds better.
Okay. So stay out of jail. Gotcha. Okay. Have you had any problems with people looking at you funny when you told them that you're on solar and you're off grid? Or
There's one person that really doesn't like that
Can't run anything
you can't run anything, and
because we won't buy a microwave.
oh, she gets mad because we won't buy microwave, and that's my stepmother-in-law. Oh, you need a microwave.
okay.
You need to get regular hardware, and you need to just forget about living on solar because it's costing you money. But paying a power bill, you're not seeing that money anymore. That's going to the CSO pockets to drive his yacht.
Right. That's not something that it's gone once it's gone. But in general, have people been pretty accepting?
Yeah, and when you buying solar stuff, you're seeing what you're buying. You see in the product, you see it's thing for you, not you.
Okay. And you're eliminating that monthly bill, which is nice.
Yes, and mother-in-law can't seem to understand.
Yeah, but she thinks that's why we don't have microwave because we don't have power. No, if she won't read the documentaries on how dangerous microwaves are, they're deadly. Some days off of them. And now I have 4G cell phones, and they're going to put little towers by everybody's house, and it's causing people cancer. and she's blind. You don't see what's going on. But we trying to help and not be around stuff for her.
Yeah, I noticed that the other day I was having some problems. They were doing some cardiac monitoring, and I had to be careful about being too close to the microwave just in case there was some interference. Felt really weird to know that one of my household appliances could cause problems.
Exactly. That's not good. They ain't nothing supposed to cause problems.
True. I'm going to take just a second here to say hi to some folks who've joined us in the chat. Of course, DNS Lawn and Landscaping Services. I don't know if you saw, but they're in. We've got Benjamin Chavez in. John Crabtree. Secret Guyan is here. Hi, Secret. And we've got Stellar Piper in. So you guys, welcome. Don't forget, give us those big thumbs up, okay? We appreciate y'all being here. So what other challenges? You don't have a microwave, but that's by choice. Has there been any appliance that you've wanted to use, but you couldn't because of solar?
There's really nothing that we really can't use on solar. I have a regular HE front loader washing machine and dryer. The dryer's one needs gas. They're both front loaded and they look really nice. I've got a dishwasher, I've got a refrigerator, deep freezer. I run a toast oven, a microwave, coffee pot. I can run a regular fan, AC, TV, Yamaha stereos. I can run all on solar. It's just these people out there thinking that you can't when there's a reason why another's working. There's got to be something wrong with the system. You're not hooking up right, because we have no problem. Unless maybe a little quirky happens with the wire and getting old, you might have to replace a wire here and there. But anything works.
Well, even on your own home, you've got to worry about replacing wiring from time to time. I mean, that's going to happen whether you're home or solar. But it sounds like you can do everything.
Yep.
We have Edison batteries, which are good. They use a lot of water.
Oh yeah, Edison battery. They keep on the juice now. But there's one thing about the medicines, they're thirsty for distilled water.
Okay. Now, Edison's what you mentioned when we got together for lunch last time, right?
Yes, the Golden Corral, Edison batteries. They really throw out the juice and they really help you power up your home. But the only reason they're able to do that is because they're using a lot of distilled water, and they're like, I'm thirsty, you better feed me more.
Okay. I don't know what kind of battery John has in our van, but I don't think it's one we have to add water to. Fortunately, in our van, we also seem to have a fairly idiot-proof system, so I can hopefully use it. Well, I haven't had to do much to it. My husband has, so we'll see how that goes. For you, it'd be no problem.
How's the other John been doing anyways?
John's good. He's in the chat.
Yeah, I would tab on my phone, and he's got the laptop reading the conversation.
That's the way it goes. Thank you guys for both of y'all being in here.
We're winging it tonight.
Yeah, we are. That's great. Just make sure that since one of you guys is on the phone and one of you guys is on the laptop, make sure both of y'all give yourselves a thumbs up.
The double thumbs up, right?
There you go. 2 thumbs up. Double. So when we go places in our van, which I know it's not comparing to you guys, but when we go places in our van, we get lots of comments with people who are curious and people who just think we're plumb weird to try this. Do you guys get?
Well, those weird people, they're like how much money you save.
Yeah. So it's really, I think there's.
Let Gayle talk. Let Gayle speak.
No, it's okay. We can talk over each other. It's just like we're at lunch, right? So people seem to be getting more interested into solar. You guys have been using solar for a while. Do you find that people are getting more accepting for house solar, or is that not the case?
Well, people around here, just only a few are called but with some type of solar system, but all grid tie. People out here, they're minded. They got one to setting. You got to have a power bill. You got power. We got to have power. And when we tell people around here we live off grid and how we live, they look at us like, huh?
Can't run nothing.
You can't run nothing. What you doing? How you're living? And we try to explain to them that you can run everything and how you hook it up to make everything run. And they still look at you like you're plumb crazy.
And see, I think that if you have to pay out a monthly electricity bill, I'm not going to get into quite who's crazy there, but I like saving money.
Yeah.
Let's explain something. Explain something about the batteries and stuff.
Oh, John wants to say something.
Okay.
He wants some little time and attention.
Okay. Well, we can give him some time and attention too. Hi, John. Just step right in over here.
Info about batteries that we had bought.
Okay, John, we can't see. There you go.
I was having a hard time finding batteries that we could just go buy in the store. Well, I wanted to get L16s, but there's no vendor locally around here. And everybody that I had talked to, their L16 batteries real big. Everybody I talked to said, oh, you got to go way far off to get them, or you got to pay high shipping to get them here. So we went to Sam's and bought these FLA batteries, liquid filled batteries. What they lasting about 5 years. But they're after their time at the end of life. I mean, we beat the crap out of them and they're just wore out. So we went and bought some Edisons just a few years ago. And the problem with the Edisons is they use a lot of water. And another problem is they off gas, like the lead acid batteries. The lead acid batteries and the Edisons, you can't put them by each other. They don't get along. It ruins the electrolyte in the Edison batteries. So I came to my house downstairs. So we decided to just let them sit down in the basement. Now the other batteries are going bad that we bought at Sam's. They're shot. They're running our house right now, which we can still run it just about anything we want to, but they're out. They need to be replaced. But the Edisons, we put them in a little battery house for them, where they just stay away from the house, and none of the fumes will come in your house. But way it is now, they're in the basement and they off gas. So we got them where they charge real slow, so they don't off gas. They're just kind of like a backup when we have the Thor inverter. And when our batteries get low, we'll turn the Thor on and charge the lead acid batteries in that battery house outside. But eventually, you want to get AGMs and just keep the Edisons for backup. So my advice to anybody, if they don't want to have a lot of maintenance, just get the AGM batteries or lithium-ion batteries. Which lithium is really expensive. It's not really affordable unless you like to solder and do a lot of labor to put lithium batteries and stuff like that. And you got a lot of patience. With me, I can't do that because my breathing problems and the soldering and all that fumes off that solder, it make me really sick. So I can't go that route. But a lot of folks, they're having good luck on it, but I can't do it. But as far as running stuff to the solar, we pretty much run it when we want to. We can't run a 220 because I don't have a 220 inverter. We was planning on getting one, a transformer. It's about $500 for one. But I ain't seen it necessary to buy one right now.
Right.
We want to add some more solar panels so we can add our solar hot water system, and it doesn't use any charge controller, no batteries. It is a separate system, but you have to have separate panels. But the system will cost about $700. And once you get that, you got free hot water. We got tankless water heater right now, and it costs money for tankless water heat. But when we get this easy hot water system in, we won't have to pay for propane for that, and that'll save us a lot. And we'll just buy a little propane for cooking and a little heat. So that'll be good.
Yeah, one of the things that intrigues me about solar is that buy once and you're done. You don't have to keep having that bill. I know when we just took the camper van out, and when we went on New Mexico to see my daughter out there, we didn't spend a night out. It was because we could run the AC and stuff in the van off the solar. And we're talking about a window air conditioning unit, not running the one off the engine. So it was really nice. There used to be this thing where you could like give solar back to the grid and companies would buy it. I haven't heard anything about that lately.
Everybody wants to do that, but if you've got a power company like we have, they want to charge you what they say blocks, and the blocks are like, I don't know, they cost a lot of money. It's like, okay, you got one block, you can sell so much power. If you want to sell more power to us, you got to buy another block, and you got to pay every month. So if you buy 10 blocks, that could run up to $100 a month. If you don't make that $100 worth of power every month, send it back to them, you're paying more money than you are selling solar to the company.
Wow. Yeah.
Now there's a company that's called North Georgia Electric. Now they support solar, and they all for it, and they'll even come out to you and sometimes help you. Because there's this guy down the road from us, it's like 4 miles down the road. He's in a different district. They got 2 power companies in this area, and he's in a different district. And he says, me and wife's going. I went over and started talking to him because he had solar panels out in his yard. And he said, well, me and my wife's going out to supper. We're going to go cash this check because we got a check from the solar company today. And we get the check from North Georgia Electric every month for the power he sells to them, which is nice. But he has no backup power.
Oh yeah, backup power is important. I know you guys are in North Georgia. I'm in Southeast Tennessee. We're like Dixie Alley on the edge of that. When these storms come through, you got to have something for backup.
Yes. I know you didn't told your story before, but I like to tell other people about it.
Sure, go for it.
The first time we had a power outage after we first got married was when that hurricane came through in a state of strong tropical storm when it came through. It knocked out almost everybody in Topeka County, it seemed like, because everybody I talked to, they said the power was out. That was like several days later. And we was without power for 4 to 5 days. We had nothing.
Ooh.
Food in the refrigerator, spoiled. So that John said, if this keeps happening, I'm going to seriously consider start going solar. And I agreed with him because we had nothing to back up with. So now we got solar, and people in this neighborhood's power goes out, but we don't, but they still make fun of us for going off grid. But I tell them, I said, think about it. When your power goes out, does the power company care? No, they make you wait till the power cut on. I said, wouldn't it make sense to get a backup power system? So when your power goes out, you will be able to keep your food cold and have lights and be able to watch TV and stay on the internet. Wouldn't you like that? I certainly love it, because when our neighbor's power goes out with a bad storm, I hear his generator going, and the power company goes up on the hill, tries to turn the power back on. The power company would be like, how they got power? How they got lights on? There ain't nothing else on. And John will go out there and say, I got solar, and they will look at me like, huh?
One of them got scared.
You're confusing the officials, Amber. You're confusing the officials. That's great.
One of them got scared, thought there was live wires on our property. Thought we was going to get electrocuted. But I said, no, that's okay. Them wires are dead. There ain't no power going through them. We got our own system. Which people they want to use grid, that's fine, but I don't care nothing about the bill.
Right. I would love to see the look on the power person's face when you explain the reason you have lights was because you have solar.
It was priceless.
I bet it was.
Yeah.
One of them started laughing and felt like an idiot.
And one of the guys started hollering up the hill, what's going on up there? Are they going to get electrocuted? He said, no. It's okay. They got solar. Oh, okay. And the police department was out there, and it was a big mess.
Oh. Wow. Well, it was a huge
Having
relief.
solar has its
Go for it. It was a huge relief to me when we had a storm one night, and we had been without electricity for about 4 hours. It was in the afternoon, and then we got electricity back, and then bam, it went out again. But we were fortunate because I'm sitting here thinking, okay, we've got water, we've got the ability to charge our items. We've got the ability to run the air conditioner for a couple of hours. We've got the ability to wash our clothes. And I was just so glad for that.
right.
Yeah. Now I did read where somebody who was in the deep south on the coast, Gulf Coast, said that when a storm came through, they had to park their van behind their house because they had solar and they could do these things about washing clothes and stuff, and nobody else could. And they were concerned about causing a little riot. Now, obviously, a van camper is a lot different than a house, but do you guys have that same concern that everybody in the neighborhood is going to be at your doorstep if something bad happens?
That's exactly what I know is going to happen, because we're going to be the only ones with a power source. And when crap hits, nobody's got power, who's we going to go scrambling to? Us. Convincing them to say, hey,
Okay.
everybody's struggling, so, but they won't. They're going to be going like this on our door.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little thinking that too, just with the van. But there again, it is kind of nice to be able to think that you could help somebody, like if somebody was on oxygen and CPAP at night and things like that.
That's a different story. When crap hits the fan and I see somebody that has an oxygen machine, a CPAP machine, or some kind of medical device that require electricity, yes, I will help those, because those are the ones that are in need and they can't help themselves.
The people's on drugs around here.
Yeah, but there's the drugs around here is crazy. The ones that are on drugs and being stupid, I won't help them. But the ones who truly need help, the ones that can't help themselves, I'll welcome them in their house, let them sleep a few nights and get a good night's rest, because I don't want to see somebody like that suffering. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because I know I won't want to be suffering and somebody not help me. I know how it feels. So why would I do it to somebody else?
Right. And I think it's kind of nice for me to, like, I have some comfort that if somebody was in a bad space, that we do have these things and we could help them. It just makes me feel good as a person to know we have that possibility. Now, we're just in a van, so we can't help, like you guys could, but it does give me some, I guess, warm fuzzies, feel good stuff to be able to, realize that.
Me personally, if things get bad enough, I could live in a big RV comfortably and have enough planet solar to run the whole thing and live comfortably. I'm not this picky materialistic girl. Of course, I like little joy and makeup. What girl don't? I could live in an
Right.
RV or a real small setting and be comfortable because I'll have a roof on my head, a place to sleep, a way to shower, and a way I cook. That's all you really need in life.
Well, and friends.
Yeah, and friends. Don't forget the friends.
Gotta
I
have
love
friends.
you, Gayle. Mwah.
I love you too. And you know, friends, electricity, RV, and one more thing that you forgot. Yes, what was the one more thing you forgot? The Golden Corral.
Oh, no, that's right, the Golden Corral. I was going to say the Golden Corral. Speaking of Golden Corral, the first week of August, we got a throw down to attend to. Ain't that right?
We're going to get in trouble next time we go. And for those of you who are watching, who were probably confusing, Amber and both of our husbands and I, we've gotten together for lunch. And frankly, I'm not sure the restaurant is ever going to be the same.
Hey, I think we changed the restaurant entirely, but just for.
Yeah, it's never going to be the same. Oh, and I want to say TJ's woodworking shop is now in the house. Big shout out
Hi,
to
TJ.
you. Hey, TJ's.
Hey, TJ.
And I do want to say, if anybody's got any questions for Amber and John, just, put them in that chat window. That's what it's for.
Feel free to.
Because that's the only way you
away.
learn is by asking questions. And welcome.
No. Or turn your attention over to my John.
Okay. Okay, we can do that. Hi, Amber's John.
Another thing.
And we say this, everybody on YouTube, because both my husband and Amber's husband, they're both named John. So to differentiate, there we go. Hi, John. Welcome back.
Okay. Another thing I wanted to comment on was I see some of these. You have to live. You have nothing. You got to throw your microwaves away. You got to throw your hair dryers away. Everything that's electronics has a load to it. You got to throw it out the door and give it to Goodwill. I don't understand it. I see a lot of folks, and I'm not talking about people, but this company is the letter A company. They make inverters, and I understand by other YouTubers that say it's made by ProStar, but anyways, them things are the worst things made of some like power jacks.
That's good to know.
Stuff like that. They're kind of temporary, made for constant use. When you buy an inverter, you have to be careful. And if it doesn't have a high surge to the inverter, you better stay away from it because it's not going to hold up. It's going to burn up. And I've seen videos on Power Jack, they've caught fires down. It's really bad. So a lot of people get aggravated with solar and they can't run the stuff they want to run. It's a lot to do with equipment that you get. The main thing.
Yeah, that was one thing we noticed just in, outfitting our little vehicle there, that if we wanted to run something we couldn't, it was time to buy a bigger battery and a bigger inverter.
But the thing is, you need a good charge controller and they need a high surge inverter. If you don't have that, your equipment is going to overheat. It's going to shut down. Kilo 69. He has great videos on that type of inverter. He's a great fella. He's the one that told us about this inverter we have, Samlex Evo 24 4,000 watt inverter. It has 6,000 watt surge.
Wow.
Really good.
Yeah, Amber, can you put that link in the chat room?
to get your motor started, your compressor started. I've run air compressors on a Thor, but the Samlex, it's got more surge to it, 6,000 watts. It'll start air compressors. It runs just about anything we want to run, and I can understand. Folks are saying you have to throw everything out the door. I don't understand it. Another thing too about solar, you have to do when you start out solar, you have to make sure your battery cables are the right size. We started out with 2 small battery cables, and what happens is you have ripple current. And ripple current comes in there, it can tear your equipment up, and also your inverter will shut down because it can't get enough current to get whatever you're trying to run going. So odd 4-wire is really necessary when you've got 12 volts. The biggest wire you get. As you get small wire, it's hard on your inverter, it's hard on your equipment.
It small wire. Well, I like to refer as trying to drink
We can't see you,
milkshake through a
Amber.
tiny coffee straw.
Come over a little bit. We can't see you.
All right.
Hi, Amber. Say that again.
To me, when you try to run a too small wire, it's like me trying to enjoy a milk straw. You gonna get no satisfaction.
I'll be right back and we'll get that.
But yeah, I heard electricity referred to as a stream that your wire, you can only hold so much, but I've heard it referred to as a stream, and that the farther it gets away from the box, the less there is going to the end point. Is that true? Because I don't know beans about electricity.
Me and John has this idea. We got a brand new blue big garbage can, a plastic one. We're going to do a video showing all of our stuff in our house that we run on solar. We're going to get the garbage can and say, well, we can't run this, throw it away. Gotta throw this away too, and throw it away too. It's just going to be a joke video telling people it's nonsense. You can't do it.
Right. So it sounds like you can do anything if you have the right equipment.
Yes, you have the right equipment. John is on his way now to go get the wire that we use.
That's nice of him to do that. Now, he mentioned somebody's channel a minute ago. Can you put that in the chat room so everybody can see the channel and they can find it?
Hold on. Let me open up another tab to find him. Yeah, give me a minute.
Okay.
This laptop's a little slow.
Hey, at least we're all together now. We're not going to complain about a slow laptop compared to what we just went through to get this whole live stream going. A laptop issue is a minor inconvenience compared to what we just had. As long as we can see each other, we are good. Oh, and I see that TJ's woodworking shop, by the way, I don't know if you saw it, but it says, Amber, you like fashion jewelry, hun. And I said, I know, right? TJ's woodworking shop. She's adorable. And he says, she's my awesome sis. So I don't know if you saw that in the chat room, but just so you know, we're all talking about you.
What size wire you need for a 12-volt system?
Okay, we're on the wire.
Look for the end of it, how big around it is.
Oh, wow. So is that like an inch? Is that like an inch in diameter or a couple of inches? How wide is that thing?
It's the size of a nickel.
It's the size of a nickel.
A nickel.
Smaller, maybe.
Wow, it looks a lot bigger than a nickel on the screen.
I don't know if I got to take measure. I got to take measure.
I'm trying to find that one YouTuber.
It's huge.
Let's see.
Yeah, John, I was just wondering about what gauge it is too. Amber, what
John
gauge?
just measured is barely under an inch.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, John just was asking what gauge is the wire?
03.
03. Okay.
So it's like 0/3.
Good to know. Okay. Now, of course, he's wanting to know about. Go ahead.
For your charge controller, that way
Go ahead.
lose resistance. Your all charge controller, it may take a 6 or an 8, possibly. You have to just.
Okay. No, terms like charge controller are just new terms to me. How do you know, like for somebody who's listening who doesn't know anything about solar, how do they know what to look for in a charge controller?
Well, I've over the years I found out. Now I could be wrong. This is my theory. Your batteries, if you have lead acid batteries,
okay,
they need to have a little pulse going to them to break the bad crystals up in the battery. And the way I think it's maybe the best possibility is have MPPT and for a real cloudy out and stuff like that, and have a pulse with modulation charge controller to help keep your batteries in good shape. Because I don't know that all charge controllers pulse the batteries or not. I was told that Midnight does have a pulse, but I don't think they do.
okay.
And I think that's what's killing batteries.
Yeah, it could be, and it could. Okay, that's good to know.
The reason why I say that is because I have a C40 charge controller, and I did this little test, and my batteries were getting where they wouldn't want to hardly charge. So I get the C40 out and I hook them up on a float center. So I unhook it, put it back on the MPT.
Right.
Well, now I want to charge again. So I'll put the C40 Xantrax on and they start charging better. Different things that I've run into.
Wow. Okay. So that's something that's good to know.
It's good to have MPP charge controller, but I still think we should have a pulse modulation charge controller on a separate panel, just pulsing that battery when you can. I think that helps your battery perform better.
I can't find his channel nowhere.
Yeah, that's not anything I would ever have thought about. But you know, it makes me think of a time. Experience really matters when you're talking about electricity and of any kind. I was on a different minivan one time, and the dang minivan ate alternators like they were candy. And I couldn't fit, and we had put batteries in the van. I was always having battery problems. And this guy that we knew, he was a friend of ours. I'm stuck on the side of the road and my car won't start. He comes over, of course we tow it, and he looks at it and he says, your battery's not big enough. And I said, no, it's the size they keep selling me. And I'd been to the dealership, I'd been to Walmart, I'd been to Napa. I'm telling you, we put batteries in this van like you would not believe. It was almost like annually I was having batteries go bad. And then I was like, well, I don't want to buy that brand again, thinking it was the brand. But instead, sure enough, I put a bigger battery in, and the guy at the shop, he argued with me, and the guy went with me, and he's like, I don't care what that paper book says, throw it out. This thing's got an undersized battery on it, and boom, that's what it was. So your experience counts more than. Do what, Amber? I'm sorry.
I've had 3 Walmart batteries die. So I don't want to buy any more Walmart batteries.
Yeah. But that's where the experience comes in. Like you've got the experience with solar. I mean, you saved us who knows how much a headache because, we've been reading some stuff in the books, but it's hard to know if what you're reading is accurate or not. But then talking to you guys really helped us a lot on picking out some of our equipment.
Have you got, how much solar do y'all have?
Say that again.
How much solar do you have? How many panels do y'all have? How much
We
watt?
just have it on the van. So we have one puny panel and we just have a puny battery compared to what you guys have.
Puny.
Well,
Bless you, heart.
I know, right? That's so little. Go ahead. What?
I've been trying to talk you and John into getting one of them panels from Eric. $140 panel, 250 watts. Well, no, with that much power.
Yeah, well, how many Google live streams will it take me to come up with that $500?
It's 140.
Okay.
But they cost $500 on Amazon.
They cost $500 on Amazon, but this dude only charges $140.
$140. Okay.
Talk about a hookup.
I'm telling you, right. Okay, let me tell my husband. My husband's still in the chat. So now he knows. And see, you guys get to fuss at him when you see us in a couple of weeks. Tell him, get this one.
Maybe you thought I said more money than that.
I was hearing 500. See, when you hit me with a $500 note, my brain shuts down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't use them. They're big numbers.
Solar Boulevard, which are very nice people. But if you buy the big ones, they charge you $100 to send them from California. But if you buy
they must be worth it.
$35. But we want the big panels because you get more power out of them. And especially when you can get them locally and you save a lot of money, because I paid $500 for a panel in California to get it here.
Wow.
And the same panel I could get for 140 or 150. He's got different panels. It gets different ones in. But them panels are really nice. I did some videos on them. They're Edison panels. That thing are awesome.
Wow.
I mean, it was cloudy as heck today, and we got power today. We went to float.
Okay.
You know what float is? You're back.
Right.
I couldn't believe it.
That's awesome. My husband is listening, and so we're going to have to check into these. And hey, we've had some more people join us in the chat room. Let me give a shout out real quick and say hello to Jim Beam and Charlie Chillin. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Honey, share one more time.
We appreciate it. Do what?
I'm trying to talk Amber in there to share it and put on their solar talk, but she shared the title to it.
I tried to put a title, but
yeah, just post the links in the chat, Amber. I think our chat room's okay if she shares us some good, valuable links on solar panels and equipment. What do you guys think?
It's trying to share through you. I didn't share blogs. Trying to share this.
Is YouTube being quirky again? Are you having problems sharing because you?
YouTube is being drunk, I swear.
Oh, I'm with you. I am totally with you. It has been the strangest evening for you with YouTube tonight. You know, some people are like, I got notifications. Some people are like, I didn't get notifications. Some people are like, I came in and it was private. I don't know. But what you gonna do, right?
Yeah. But there are a lot of cool YouTubers that try to run high voltage, which that might work for them, but I ain't had no luck with it. Unless you have a lot of panels and you put your panels at 100 volts and then you add parallel the 100-volt panels together, then you could do high voltage. But if you just got a few panels, you can't get any amps out of it when it's cloudy out. Run into. But I had a lot of YouTubers get mad and say, you got to run high voltage. You're not getting the MPPT. Well, if you don't have enough panels to parallel them to that 100 volts, you're not going to get any power on a cloudy day very much.
That makes
And
sense.
that's what a lot of folks probably running into, like I did. I tried it 3 times. I tried 4 panels and 100 volts. I had no juice. I tried 3 panels, no juice. I had 1 amp. I went to 2 panels and parallel them, and then put 2 more panels and parallel them together, and then I got some amps out of it on a cloudy day.
That's good that you got it. So running parallel evidently is the key.
But you can run 100 volts, which is good. But you got to have, okay, let's say you want to run 100 volts. You've got to have 4 panels, 250-watt panels. You'll get 4 of them, and you'll put them in series. Then you got to get another 4 and put them in series, and then parallel them 2 panels together like a team. Like
okay.
It's like you got 1 horse, it ain't going to do that good. But you put them together as a team, they're going to work together. But you got to have lots of panels to do that. And when we started out, we didn't have but just a few panels. So when you got just a few panels, I found that it's best just do them in 2s so you get enough to have enough panels to do it at 100 volts. But you need a lot of panels to do it that way. And you'll be without power on cloudy days unless you have enough panels. So like you and John, you guys want to do your system and your van, you put parallel together in 2 because you just got 2 panels.
We just have one right now, but we're working on getting a second one. That's my goal. I've got a doctor I've got to pay off, then we can get another panel. And then we can keep working on the trailer. Yeah. I would like to have my entire trailer, the whole top of it, I would love to see it covered in solar panels. So like you guys, I could do whatever I want to.
I think it's best to go with the 250-watt panels or more watts. That's what I found. They work the best.
And that's good to know. Because, you know, like I said, we've taken this van to Alaska, but I'd really like to get the trailer set up so we can take it wherever we want to. Yeah. Because as far as the van, go ahead.
I just hope Eric don't stop selling panels because I've been trying to help him. I've been buying panels to keep him going, but here lately we've been fixing the car and he's kind of getting disheartened because he's not selling enough panels. And I hope he don't stop because that's going to make it hard for us to get them, because he gets them from the warehouse. And now he just adds a little bit of money to it for his time and going and getting them. He don't make that much on them, but he makes a little bit, and it helps him and helps the customer. He passes the good price on the customer. So if anybody wants panels at a reasonable price and they're around Atlanta, Georgia, contact us and I'll give you Eric Hayes' phone number. He's on eBay, Eric Hayes, and also he's on Craigslist. And you can get panels really cheap, and they're nice panels.
Don't get nervous.
That's good.
So, but John gets nervous and camera shy.
That's okay.
I'm trying to think of it's hard.
Yeah, I understand. My sweet little hubby's in the chat room. He's not on the camera at all.
Yeah, that thing. There's something about Johns. They both camera shy. They can't speak in front of a camera very well. They both are lead foot, and they both are silly. Is that how the something with the name?
You may have it nailed. You know.
I think those
You
two
may
Johns
be
were meant
right.
to be. I think these two Johns were meant to be the goofy, quirky ones, weren't they?
That's okay. They're great husbands. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, tell you what, let me check and make sure I said hello to everybody in the chat. I don't want to miss anybody. Let's see. Let me back up. Charlie Chilling, Jim Bean. Oh, Spider-Man the Hero has come in. Hi, Spider-Man. Oh, I see you said you didn't get a notification. Yeah. YouTube's just been weird with that tonight. Stellar Piper. Wait a minute. I saw you in New York mentioned. Who did I see about being in New York? I've lost you. No, I can't lose you. There it is. Charlie Chilling. Hey, Charlie. I saw that I was partial. I spent summers as a kid growing up in New York, so that always jumps out at me. Sorry there, I lost it. Okay, back to the program.
Hey, I'm going to change subjects for a second. Would you really prefer New York or Tennessee?
Alaska.
Oh shit! I knew exactly. I knew you were going to say Alaska. I knew you was going to say Alaska.
You knew I was going to pick that.
And I still hope I get to go with you next summer.
Well, I'm going next summer.
Me in Alaska? Heck yeah. I can get wild. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm going on a mission trip. We're going to be cutting wood. Yay. I've never used a chainsaw before. But fortunately, we'll have a nurse on the trip. We've got a nurse and an EMT, nurse and a first responder going.
Hey, Charlie, I saw you comment, Charlie. I live in the woods too, and I love it. Me and the woods are like best friends. Me and the concrete city are buck wild enemies.
Hey, now that big city in New York, I'm just going to say it's only an hour from the beach or less. Just saying. So you can go shopping or the beach. It's not a bad way, except go about 2 hours north and then you're in the woods. So there you go.
We're trying to get our porches built so we can put panels up on it and make a green room so we can grow our food.
Oh, that'll be nice.
I've had problems with planes flying over, and I don't know what they're spraying in them planes, but it kills our crop every time. Our lungs.
Yeah, and there's another problem. There's people behind the hill that's doing stuff that's not great neither. That's killing our plants. Look at quite often, and it's not good for plants this year.
Right.
It's like we didn't do a garden this year because last year and the year before that we got very, very little. Between the planes flying over and the people behind the hill and the people behind us in the hill, we ain't getting a good at all. And our blueberry bush and our apple tree didn't do nothing either.
We didn't put out a garden this year, but it's got more to do with all the little critters that are running around here. We've got a bumper crop of rabbits, and we've got deer, and just we can't keep a garden. Now, it does do better during shed season with Tomlin because we take his fur with him being a husky, and we spread that out on the garden. But we just got tired of fighting it, so we're going to let it go for this year, and we won't have a garden, and then hopefully come back next year and try it again. We are putting in a flower bed though.
I think we'll do better with it growing in the green room.
Yes, when we get the green room fixed, I think we have a lot better success on growing a garden. Not only it's going to grow a garden, and that's not going to help harvest our solar energy, it's also going to keep our bedroom warm during winter. It's going to produce heat, which is going to
that'll be
We don't
good.
have to worry about. We don't have to worry about cranking the heat up as much.
Right.
Yeah, kind of like an earthship. It falls somewhere in that category.
Okay, that'll work. It's going to be fun. I like the idea that, it might generate a little bit of heat for you. You'll be able to plant longer. That'll be good. Let's see. I think, Tanya Lambert has just come in. Hey, Tanya, welcome. Unfortunately, Spider-Man is going out. I think we've lost a couple of others. Charlie's still here. Spider-Man, I'll check that email again. I forgot to do that. Yeah, I think that gets me kind of caught up there. So, yeah. Oh, and Tanya says she likes to container garden, so she can bring them in the house. Yay! Now, Tanya, you've met. You and Amber have met on the Facebook page, so now you can put it together more. Okay. So do you get to hang? I guess you have to be careful about like vine plants around the solar panels because those will cover them up, right? Like ivy and.
You're breaking up.
Uh-oh. I was just wondering, like, will ivy and Virginia creeper and stuff, will they cover up your solar panels? I know kudzu will.
It depends on where you put them.
Okay, so just be careful where you put them.
A lot of folks put them on a roof, but I don't care nothing about doing it because we get snow in Georgia and Tennessee, and if you want to clean them off, then you got to climb on that roof.
Yeah, the way we got the solar panel set up, I can go out with the broom and just start sweeping them babies off. I got a video of me sweeping.
Now, I had wondered about when the solar panels are on the roof, if they had to get up and clean them off. So you just answered that question.
Yeah, I see a lot of folks want to put them on the roof, but that's not my cup of tea.
Right.
We got
those roofs that pitch can be.
We got another section of the porch we've been building. In case anybody's in the chat and might wonder what we're doing with this lumber we're trying to get, because lumber's just got out of sight. So we're trying to go around, round it up, use lumber and reclaim it and use it on our porch and try to build this out here on the front so we can build a little green room there too and put panels there on that side. Make room for more of us to have a deck to go out on and relax. And move them panels back on the other section of that deck.
That sounds like a good idea.
Because the way it is right now, we don't have a deck much.
Yeah, if you walk out on our front deck right now, the only thing that's targeting right now is all them solar panels. So we get the other side of the deck done and move all the solar panels back. We have all that room to look out, hang out, sit down, enjoy and relax the view. As of right now, the only thing that can enjoy that deck right now is the panels.
Just the panels, huh? Okay. And while we're talking about panels, let me ask, how do you clean the panels? What do you use? How do you do it? Details. I want details.
I use Dawn.
I either use Dawn or baby shampoo. I use either or to clean the panels off.
Okay.
No.
It has to be very light, nothing harsh. Dawn or baby shampoo. You wet them down real good, and then you take the baby shampoo or Dawn, squirt it on the panels, and you take like a light washcloth and scrub them down, and then you spray them off.
Some people like palm olive, but it's got chemicals in it. I don't like to use it. It works better, but I don't. I've been exposed to so many chemicals. I don't want to be around it. I try to avoid
Yeah,
it.
John is a chemical trap. The things he's been exposed and been around the places he's worked at, him and chemicals do not get along.
Okay.
Never use ivory. It's got salt in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you try to use the liquid ivory on your panels, it will not do as well because of
Right.
because of the salt content. Believe it or not, ivory soap has a salt content.
You get rust, maybe.
Interesting. I'm going to be making some of my soaps. I may have to test it out and see if one can be used for solar panels.
Chris DIY, he uses palm olive, I think. It works good. But like I said, I don't want to be around chemicals and stuff.
It's just about hard to get away from chemicals too much.
Yeah. Well, Dawn, they clean the ducts and stuff like that. It's got oil on them, and it's more.
Yeah,
safe.
yeah, it does make sense. If Dawn is for an animal, it'd be safe enough to clean a panel off with.
Okay.
Like
I'm glad you mentioned baby shampoo, though, because that would be nothing I would have ever thought about.
Yeah, baby shampoo for $1 at the Dollar Tree, and that's basically all we use during the summer.
That's really good to know.
Most time, rain takes care of it. Right now, the pollen, not the headache.
Oh, the pollen.
Oh gosh, we're covered up with pollen here.
Yeah, you can't leave the pollen on there.
Yeah, the pollen's not good for the solar panel trying to get energy because all the more pollen specklets are blocking the array coming in all the way efficiently. So we're stuck out there constantly fighting pollen, kind of like
not all the time.
Not all the time, but certain times of the year, I'm like, okay, I'm here scrubbing all these panels 2 times a day. Just
lots of times you got a garden hose, you can just spray it off. So that's okay.
Good. Thank goodness for garden hoses.
One fella come on.
Garden hoses are the best invention. Amber, I like that you can just hose them off and be done with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just I say, honey, I need the water hose.
Well, one fella said, "Y'all get snow." I couldn't stand to do that. We don't get snow all the time.
Yeah, that's right here in Georgia. You maybe get snow maybe 2 or 3 times a year, and the snow only lasts a couple 3 days, so it's not that really big of a deal,
Yeah, it's like here like too. We get more pollen than snow.
Yeah. There's a joke that goes along that line in Florida. I've seen a Facebook meme that says Florida doesn't snow, it pollens.
Yeah, I swear, I think here you can just about count the pollen in inches, just as though it was snow.
That's how it is in Florida and South Georgia. It looks like it looks like it's snowing pollen all day.
Yep, we have that sometimes. I was in the hospital from asthma one time, and this guy told me, he's like, well, you should have been glad that you weren't in Chattanooga last week because you could just see it all floating through the air. And I looked at him, I said, are you kidding? That's where I was last week. Of course, I was in the hospital outside of Knoxville.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But I'm glad you mentioned that because I can see where that would be very difficult with the solar panels to have all the pollen on it.
Yeah, I get the garden hose out.
Yeah.
I make it fun. I put on my bathing suit, my flip-flops. I turn some music on, not too loud because we got neighbors, and I jam to some music while I'm cleaning the solar panels off. I make it fun.
There you go. Put on that country music or Christian rock and go for it.
Me, I don't like Christian rock. I don't know why but I'll go for country.
There you go. That sounds good to me. I like that link you sent me the other day to the song.
That song from the Lax.
Yeah, that was a good one. They're
that
really
song
good.
ran deep, didn't it?
It did. It did. So now here's an important question for you guys. How long can you run a CD player on solar or stream music?
Yeah, I'm listening to music.
But how many hours can you do it?
All day.
All day and all night.
So there you go. All day and all night.
Got it all day and all night. There's times I run all day and all night to the point that it takes my neighbor off.
Oh, no. See, I was just going to say it could be a 27 party at your house, but you blew it with the neighbors.
Well, we can have a 24-hour party in here and have a lot of fun. We just got to deal with the neighbor being a little upset the next day, but we always try to find a way to butter up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
There's been a few parties at this house, not those kind of wild music, having fun, playing games or whatever. And the neighbor got so mad he came into the yard where was in the house and he literally took the stereo knobs off our stereo in our truck.
Oh wow.
Wow. I'm serious. And he tries not to be confrontational, so he finds another way to solve it. And his way to solve it was to take the knobs off there so we can't use it.
Okay. Hats off to you.
I quit doing that.
So really, kind of going back to the solar question here, it really sounds like there's nothing you can't do if you're on solar.
Nope. If I want to throw a wild party here and run there with a bunch of stuff, radios jamming and just having a big old throwdown, our solar system can handle it.
That's good. That's good to know.
Things you have to be cautious about. When you do your laundry, you don't do it at 2 o'clock in the morning. You do it in the daytime.
Sure.
But most people, unless you're a hula owl and you want to do laundry up all night.
Most people do the laundry in the afternoon anyway, so it really don't matter,
Makes sense.
What I like about my washers is really nice newer model front loaders that John built me. He got it broke. I can say, yes, I got a really nice washer that cleans my clothes really well, and it works like the ones you see at the laundromat. And so and people's like, a few people like, you run that on solar? Let me think. Yeah.
Go get the water.
Yeah. Now mine's just a little. I did the video on mine, the one that we got specifically to run off of solar. It's one of those lightweight. It's not an official dryer. It spins dries, but it's super lightweight. So that's what we've got to run off of solar. But then, of course, we're not full time in it like you guys are.
But I see a lot of folks that say, I can't run this, and solar's not reliable. Well, you can't run a whole house off 120 watt panel and run the wire 120 feet away from the place where your batteries are. You can't do that. It ain't gonna work.
For me, what having solar on the van has done that I didn't expect is it's given me a finer appreciation for how spoiled I am that I can just go and plug something inside the house and have it run. It's given me a more of appreciation for the grid and the whole power system that we're plugged into. But just on, my van's on the smaller scale. But if it's as difficult to learn as it was just to set up the van, then I can appreciate the brain power that went into this national grid. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, myself, I don't like the grid because it's supported by the New World Order, General Electric. They have done things that's dangerous that I don't approve of. And they're doing it all over the place. And they're dumping stuff, they're letting stuff go in our water system and everything else. Florida water is contaminated so bad from them having leakage of nuclear power plants and everything else. The water's contaminated. As a matter of fact, I just seen a video on it. Their water is turning green and it's putting off a toxic algae, green algae. They can't even breathe down there.
Some places it's like that. What makes me sad is that they've not been able to test any water anywhere in the world, apparently, that doesn't have some kind of plastic in it. And I'm like, that's just terrible. You know, I'm not a huge tree hugger, but I do believe in doing what we can to get, you know, the world kind of turned around just a little bit. So yeah.
Well, I've seen yesterday about the water. I made my hair stand on in. The chemicals that's going in our water, cadmium is toxic. All kind of stuff is carcinogenic. And a lot of folks think because the water's clear, you can't see the chemicals and it's not green, that it's safe to drink. But the water is toxic. Because I've been suspicious because there's so many people getting all kind of health problems. And I think it's the water.
Yeah, kidney problems, bladder problems, kidney cancer, bladder cancer is really bad in this area.
All over, huh?
Northwest Georgia is a really badly concentrated area.
No, it's all over. I didn't look it up.
You did?
Yeah, it's all over.
Yeah, I think cancers are on the rise everywhere. Maybe not. I hope I'm wrong. Hey, I got a question from Tanya. You may have seen this in the chat, Amber. Tanya's asking how much it costs to get started on solar. Yeah, I can tell you that if you're doing a van, you're looking at a few $100s, but I'm going to bump this question over to Amber and John about setting up a house.
Well, the biggest trick is, I know a lot of supporters of YouTube like Amazon. Now, if you've got store credit Amazon, you might want to, I mean, you could do that, but the biggest thing is watch where you buy your panels, because you can easily get taken advantage of badly. Because if you don't know where you're buying your panels, you can pay $3,000 for a system that you could get big enough, a $6,000 system for half that price. Like if you go to places like,
I'm
it's a lot
getting my
cheaper.
coffee. I gotta have my coffee. Hold on.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm doing my iced tea. I'm doing my iced tea there, Amber. I hear you.
Anyhow, you got to be careful where you buy your panels. Amazon's not the place to get them unless you're just going to do a little playing around with solar and you just want to play with it. But if you want to put your house off grid, it's best to go look on Craigslist and find a good vendor and do your research online. Check that panel, make sure there's no recalls on it. And I will explain something too. I've had bad experience with energy panels, which Amazon is famous for selling. I've got a kilowatt of energy panels here, and they're all damaged, and they got what they call snail trails in them. They're cracked. And them panels cost $400 each, and I got 4 of them, and they're not producing the power they should. So $400 times 4 plus shipping, you can see how much extra money I spent, which I didn't have to, when I could get the same more better quality panel for $140 through Craigslist or Eric. You can find vendors all the country on Craigslist that's got good panels. Just look up the name, make sure there's no recalls on them. But we pay much for our system, so I can't really tell you how much it would cost you to go off grid. But we've learned a lot not to buy panels from certain companies because you can get burnt like we did. And one of the things, if you want to go off grid, a lot of folks like 12-volt systems, which is okay for like RVs and stuff like that. But if you want to go off grid and just go all solar, it's best to go 40-volt system or 72-volt system, because what happens is if you go to a lower voltage system, instead of your back, they don't like to have all them amps drawn out of them. So when you go higher voltage, your batteries ain't taking the abuse as much, because when you go 12 volts, your batteries is having to work twice as hard or quadruple to make the same kind of power, because it's drawing all the amps out of your battery. At 48 volt, your batteries ain't having to work as hard. But I would say to start out, buy you a few panels ever so often. You might find some for $1 a watt, maybe even cheaper on Craigslist or Solar Boulevard. But if you go buy some from the big panels from Solar Boulevard, they charge you a lot of shipping. But there's other companies out there too. If you can't find them in Craigslist, which that'd be the first place I look. But Solar Boulevard has 140 watt panels, sometimes on sale for like $90.
Wow.
And I think $25. They just had a sale. It's over with now. And also there's a company on eBay, which I got some of them, but I really hadn't done any testing on them. They're still producing power, but I haven't done any testing on the performance. The best luck I've had on panels is the 250s. But to start out, you might go $3,000. Start out, but make sure you get you a good one, because they ask how much to get started.
And it could be that the local utility company may be working with a company too that they can suggest to come out and do it. Just as far as a straight installation.
Utility company.
Yeah, I know around here, the couple, depending on where you are, a couple of the utility companies were actually helping people get set up on solar. I can't remember what was in it for the utility company. But yeah, they were suggesting folks, contractors that people could go to.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't suggest grid tie because there's no backup power.
Yeah, there's not.
I mean, there's other kind of systems you can get, but I've seen folks get so mad and give up on solar because just because of these crooked companies of selling defective products, they're not designed to go off grid. And I know there's a lot of nice YouTubers on YouTube that have this kind of equipment. And Keylog 69, I think Amber shared the link on there. He bought an Ames inverter, and that thing, he was running air conditioner off of it at night, and that thing was smoking. It got so hot it shut down. The system shut down. And I don't recommend.
And that's of course when you start getting worried about fire.
And then Keylog says, he said, I'm afraid it was going to burn my house down. He said, this thing ain't staying in my house any longer. And he sent it back. And I've seen several other people buy Ames and it was defective. Now Ames has different inverters. Now their big 48 volt model, I've seen, I can't think of his name. He's a big time YouTuber. I can't think of his name. Anyways, he's got an Ames and it's made by another company, but they put their name on it. But it's a big giant inverter. But these ones that are made by, they're Ames, but they're really, the real name, the manufacturer that makes them is ProStar. And they use so much electricity that you run out of power by morning because they just, so I'd stay away from Ames. power jack. I wouldn't fool with none of them. Get a reputable company to buy an inverter from.
And you
The
can look
inverter
at
store.
reviews online to help you pick out a reputable company too.
Well, see, there's a lot of good reviews on Ames, but like Keylog said, that's why you see them Ames all on Craigslist for sale, because people got mad and give up. They're junk.
That's not good because you don't want to buy junk.
No. And I've seen so many people get mad and just give up on solar because of that. Because their equipment wasn't no good.
So it sounds like people could walk away from solar because they get frustrated with the process, have
Yeah, that's
unrealistic
more like
expectations, or the companies just aren't up to snuff. Would you say that sums it up?
and also too, if you have a problem with Ames, you're messed, you're done. You lost all your money unless you can argue with PayPal and see that the whole thing Ames does was it's installed by a certified installer, and they try to do everything they can not to warranty it. And I've had several people that I've talked to over the years on YouTube, and they was out their money. They couldn't get a refund.
Uh-oh.
It toasted. Solar Girl, her Ames cooked. They won't make it right for her. And that stupid Ames that she bought, she paid up in the thousands of dollars for that thing. And she had to go buy another inverter. Well, she's a really nice lady and she's a nice YouTuber. She has a really nice system. But I feel bad for her that she bought an Ames and she can't get it warranted. They wouldn't even help
Yeah,
her.
I mean, nobody has money to just throw around like that. I hate that she wasn't
It's
able to get that
terrible.
resolved.
But her channel's named Solar Girl. If y'all want to check her channel out, she's a really nice lady.
Okay. I'll have to look for
And
that.
she has a really nice system, and she just has it up there on like a woodshed thing she's making, I guess you would call it. And she just has
Okay.
the panels up. She has a nice system. I don't know what she's got in hers. There's a couple other channels. Chris DIY.
Okay, now I can't type all these in as fast as you're saying. Amber,
Oh,
can you help? You said Solar Girl and Chris DIY.
Solar Girl is easy to type.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I'll look for that. Solar Girl Homestead, is that who it is?
I think it's just Solar Girl. Might be Homestead. I always knew it was Solar Girl.
Tell you what, Amber, when you see her, can you throw the link in the chat room? Because I see it. Yeah, I'm looking online here, just on YouTube, and I'm seeing several different Solar Girls. One is Solar Girl Homestead. One is just Solar Girl.
Solar Girl, that's her. Probably.
And then there's another one, Secret Solar Girl.
No, that ain't her.
And then there's two other Solar Girls.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure I get the right one. Because you know me, if given the opportunity to do something wrong, I'll do it.
Yeah, well, I do the same thing. I'm the queen of goof ups here. I own that trophy.
Okay. And while we're trying to figure this out, Charlie Chillin is saying that he'll check him out, and Tanya is saying, "What is money?" And somebody else says it's paper. Just Junkyard saying just paper. Yeah.
I don't know what money is. I keep hearing about it.
Yeah, it's a myth.
I am no solar expert, so yeah. I don't like to tell folks something and may not work for them or something, but I can tell the experiences that we've had.
And that's all anybody can do. And this day and age with questionable information and fake information, coming from experience does make you an expert, you know?
One of the biggest thing I found with solar is people get mad and they just give up, and solar is not viable. It don't work. You can't run your wires 200 feet away from your battery bank on your charge controller, and you can't expect to go off grid just on 2 or 3 panels. You can't do that, and a lot of folks try to do it, and they get mad and say solar is not no good. It's junk. You have to be cautious of what kind of solar panels you buy and how far away your panels are and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I said, somebody told me it was like a stream, and that the farther it goes from the source, the smaller it goes.
Gayle.
Yeah.
John,
you can save the link and put it in the chat, huh?
Hold on, I'll get the link for you.
Okay, good. Because I want to check out these channels. If you guys that are in the chat, some of you guys may want to check out the channels too. So thank you, Amber, for putting them in the chat. We appreciate it.
It's a brand new computer, but it's acting like an old one.
Yeah. I got a little Dell that acted like that for a while.
But she has videos all about the defective products she's gotten, and I feel bad that she had to buy them things. But Ames wouldn't give her no help at all.
That's a shame.
Yeah. There's a really nice YouTuber. His name's Jeff Braggs. It's just Jeff Braggs. And he got him an Ames. And this has been working okay, but it's like a lottery, I guess. You hit one that's good, and then you might get one that's bad. And if you get one that's bad, you've lost your money. You might be out $2,000.
And nobody's got that kind of money to throw around.
I guess
not these days, anyway.
What I'm thinking too, I could be wrong. This is just a theory. Some YouTubers may be scared to say that you can actually go off grid. Maybe that's what it is. They're afraid that, what would you call the authorities, or I don't know what you would call it. There's a name for it. I can't think of it. Anyway,
just I would say authorities.
Yeah, authorities.
But yeah, you may be right.
You know, they might be scared. You know, I'm not sure. But I just seen a YouTube video, and I did a little rant video, but I took it down because I'm afraid somebody might get mad at us. But it might be why she was saying that. You can't run stuff off of solar, and you can't run a hairdryer.
Could be.
That's what I was wondering.
You know, you don't know, and guessing is like Monday morning quarterbacking. I mean, you know, you can't. Who knows? Unless you're there and you see it for yourself, then you have no idea if she couldn't run her appliances because she didn't want to, or if there was a problem. I mean, because she just had something hooked up wrong, or because there was a problem.
Yeah. But she used to talk to me, but she won't talk to me anymore.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
I wasn't trying to be mean to her. I was just trying to help, but she got insulted. But I didn't mean to insult her at all.
Well, and some people don't want help. They just say they do.
But one thing, like I was showing you that wire, if you use too small of a wire going to your inverter, your system will shut down because it can't get the power it needs to run.
That makes sense.
Too small wire going to your charge controller, you can't get the juice there to your batteries. And something else. How many batteries do you and John have?
We just have one, but see, we're just in the camper van. But we're working on upgrading and getting a couple more. And I'd like to have another solar panel up on the roof. we're kind of holding a little bit. We're going to get another battery, but then some of the other stuff is going to wait until we get the trailer where we can really outfit it. So rather than put a ton of more money onto the van, we're going to have a lot more solar needs in the trailer because it's a lot bigger. So we're holding off on a few things.
Well, me and Amber, we're going to keep our Edison for backup Edison batteries, 240s. We're going to, Sam's Club has got like a little box that raises up, it's got a lid raised up. It's like a little house thing. It's pretty cool. It's kind of pricey.
Neat.
It's 300. But we're going to put our Edisons in that. And then I want to suggest on a budget, on a tight budget, just to get started on solar, them AGM batteries that's at Sam's Club, the biggest one they have, I think they're $189. You and John might look in to trying to get a couple of them later because they're a reasonable price as far as AGM batteries. AGM batteries are kind of pricey, but if you had two of them, you would probably have a lot more power and it'd be a lot better. And if you had, I know a place to get some cheap bus bars. Bus will help your system work so much better. That was a hard battle that me and Amber fought for a long time. We couldn't get our batteries to charge correctly.
Okay. And that getting the batteries to charge correctly, that's the whole thing when it comes to solar. You have to have that.
But I want to share this information with you, with people on YouTube and all. Bus bars is a great thing to have. I'll try to explain how we had ours. We would take a battery and parallel them all together, putting the batteries over. When we done that, the batteries become imbalanced. Well, what I did was I'd take two batteries and make them the 24 volt and make that a battery bank and then run a home run to the bus bar. Take two more batteries and put them together and jumper them and run them to the bus bar. And it just seemed like a whole different system altogether.
Okay.
Our batteries have been, they're shot. I mean, they're junk. We've had them for 5 years, going over 5 years, and we beat the crap out of them. I mean, run them dead when you're not supposed to, and stuff like that because they weren't getting a good charge. Well, now that it's too late, they're in bad shape, but they still run our home and stuff like that. But if I'd have known that at the beginning, our batteries would probably still be in perfect shape. If I had the bus bar from the beginning. So all these mistakes that you go through in trials to get solar going. If you don't know them, you can get in a mess with it and it can cost you lots of money. But I like to share it with others.
And I'm glad you are, because one of the frustrating things
yeah, that's one thing about Don. He is really knowledgeable, and bless his heart, he could do a lot, but with his spelling problems and his ability to be in front of camera and draw an audience and have the audience pay attention, it's kind of hard for him because he gets nervous and he can't spell and stuff like that, and it really disheartens him. He knows he's got a lot more to offer, but he can't give it because of certain circumstances.
Now, Christy White has a great video on bus bars. Remember, I think she's going to share the link in just a minute.
I just shared the link about the bus bar.
That's not the bus bar.
That's not the bus bar. I did that. I just did that as a link to his channel. They can go through and find the bus bar.
The link to his channel. If we can get there, you're right. If we can get to his channel, we can get to the bus bar.
But he has a really cool channel. He tries to help others and stuff like that.
Oh, Christy, he's a comical character. When a bad storm comes, he live streams that bad boy storm, and he said, "Look at that bad boy coming in. Look at that thunder and lightning." He'll have you laugh.
Sounds great.
He has this big rush about bad storms, and he likes to live stream
I do too.
You just do
I don't,
videos. We don't like them.
hey, I
Bad
don't
storms.
mind
Chris,
bad
we don't
storms if
like
I
them in a
can.
bad storm.
Yeah, and I've been talking to him a little bit. He's kind of skittish of us. He don't know us that well, But I'm trying to get to know him.
It's
Help,
because you're scary, John.
I guess.
Oh, John's the worst, scariest man on earth, isn't he?
But I found out, he lives in Oklahoma, and I didn't know he's from Michigan, and that's where I'm from, Michigan. He says, "Oh yeah, I'm from Michigan, John." He went up there. He's got one video where he's snowmobiling and stuff. That's a blast. I love to go do that someday again.
Yeah, John knows about that snowmobiling, but when I grew up in Florida, my fun was on the jet ski in the ocean.
Yeah, I haven't done either one. They're both on my bucket list, but the problem is my bucket list keeps growing. I'll never get it all done. At this rate, I can never die because of the size of my bucket list.
Well,
hey, I highly recommend jet skiing first because being in the jet ski in the ocean, you feel a whole lot of free, like I did. It's an awesome feeling.
Charlie
I
Chillin,
don't
thank you
know.
for coming in tonight. I see that you have to go, but thank you.
I don't know if I'd want to go
I'll
to Alaska and
reciprocate,
get stuck in
Charlie.
the snow up there. That'd be fun to go snowmobile in Alaska, but that'd be scary. Don't know your way out.
Yeah.
And they get to,
Well, actually, they don't. The time of year that I'm there, they don't have snow.
well, I was talking about the time of year they do.
Yeah, the
Go
rest of the
snowmobiling.
year. Of course, being there in the summer, what they have more than anything of is sunshine.
Yeah.
Like 23 hours of sunshine a day. It's pretty nice. Yeah, one of the things though that I like about Alaska is everybody has got this can do attitude. Everybody that I've run across anyway. And so they don't take a lot of flack as a general rule. And they don't listen to naysayers too much as a general rule. You guys would love it. And if you're off grid, you're off grid. They love that.
Another cool channel. His name's Johnny Valentine. He installs solar. He's a really nice fellow.
Well, check that out too.
He lives in Georgia.
Does he now?
I talked to him on the phone.
That's cool.
He
There we go. Lot to be said for Georgia folks. Except during football season. And the only thing I can say about Georgia folks during football season is go Vols.
I play a whole different ball game. Go roll tag.
Ow! Amber, I thought we were friends.
Gotta have a little controversy sometimes.
Oh, Amber, bless your heart, honey.
I don't know if the person was to go solar, but if you just start on a system, you can take some of the appliances off the load, and then once you save in the power bill, you can put it back in your system. That's how we did it.
Yeah, I know sometimes too. What?
Hey, Gayle, I know you still love me.
I didn't say that. You said Roll Tide. But yes, Amber, I do. Hey, Adam Outdoors, welcome.
Been trying to talk you and John to come visit us sometime.
If we can get 2 minutes, I would love to.
Yeah, Gayle's schedule is pretty tight.
Maybe we'll cook y'all a steak.
Yeah, I have this little challenge right now of having a hold put on my driver's license for medical reasons. So I can't, where John and I could get stuff done independently. Like if we both had errands to run, we could just do them. But now we have to be together for everything right now. And it's taken me 10 times to get stuff done. And I am not getting anything done. So that's where I am right now.
We're fortunate to be able to see them first week of August to go to Golden Corral. We're fortunate to get that.
Yay!
I busted my glasses. They keep falling off.
And see, we get to see each other, Amber, and no, we don't have to do the cooking. We don't have to clean up.
No, Golden
That's
Corral,
the way to do it. And hi, Kalos Universe and Adam Outdoors, Douglas Fairchild. Thank you guys all and welcome. Don't forget, give us that big old thumbs up there. We appreciate it.
A lot of folks would say, "Oh, you're a fake homesteader." Well, there's only 2 of us.
Yeah, we get called fake homesteaders. We're the big fakes on YouTube. We're one of them.
Ignore him.
We're trying. That's all we can.
Ignore him. I had somebody try to tell me one time on a YouTube message. They tried to tell me one time that I must have a fake service dog instead of a real service dog because I didn't have him in a vest that much. And I'm like, we're in the South. It's 100 degrees, and I have a long-haired husky. Why should I put him in a vest much? But anyway, that's another rant for another stream.
You got to come up with innovative ways to grow a garden, though. In this area, anyway.
Really? Yep. So,
uh-oh.
What happened?
Yeah, having streaming problems now.
Oh, close it out of the browser, huh?
I am or you am?
I had to close the browser.
Okay.
I think you're doing better now.
Yeah, you're doing better now.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah, Gayle's doing a lot better now.
I wish we had like a red flag or something going on whenever I had problems streaming.
It's Amber. She's on another
live stream.
Yeah,
I went on another live stream that was on, and I know these people quite well, so I had a channel.
Thank you, Amber, but don't spam. I don't want people getting mad at me.
Nah, I'm the one that told them to do it.
Okay, thank you, Amber.
Oh, people.
Oh, Douglas Fairchild, he's awesome. He does.
He is.
Once and he will say cookies. Cookies.
That's why it says Cookie Raid in the chat. I was just fixing to comment on that.
Yeah, he will have a plate of cookies.
Amber's cooking them, y'all.
And he would say, "You want to extend?"
We're gonna put Amber to work making cookies for all of us.
Oh, Douglas, he's a cookie baking a nut. He'll bake up a cookies up a storm, so don't worry about that one.
Okay. Okay, that'll work.
So you and John's thinking about the trailer and putting like a little portable system, you're saying?
Yeah, the trailer, of course, is a lot larger than the van. We'll have 2 rooms to it. We'll have the bedroom, then we'll have a cooking and shower area, and then we'll have the eating area kind of at the nose of the trailer. So I want to make sure we have enough solar power on that trailer so that if I'm in the bedroom and there's something I want to do and he's up front and there's something he wants to do, that we can do it without even thinking about it, that we'll have that much solar. So that's what we're looking at.
Well, I would recommend going 48 or 24 volt.
Okay, say more about that.
Well, I don't know if you've seen Keylog's channel. I think Amber put a link in there, 69. But he was the one that had
The link is way up in the chat.
yeah.
Okay, I'll
anyhow,
find it.
But anyhow, if you use 24 volt Evo like we have, you'll have 6,000 watt surge. You'll probably never ever use that much power. It'll run your house.
Okay.
If you go 48, you got to get more batteries. But 48 is like so much better, but it costs more money. That's the trouble. Because with 48 volt battery, with a 48 volt system, you got to have more batteries. You could just do 24, and you'll have four batteries.
Okay. We're looking at this trailer as though it is a small house. We're putting extra insulation in it. We've had to, there was a little bit more damage on the front of the trailer than Joe knew about, I think. And so he's having to rip out the entire front of the trailer down to like subflooring. And yeah, so anyway, we're putting in, going through, and we're going to add some extra insulation, not just in the front, but maybe a couple of the walls back there. And I'm really trying to make it like a small house. Because I told John, I said, we're at the age, just do the work, just do it well and do it once. And then we'll have it till we are old.
Well, I don't know if you know the Evo inverter. You can get them off of there sometimes at deals. That's where we got an inverter, but
Okay.
I want some of them anymore. If you need a link to it, I can share the link to you on Facebook or something.
Yeah, Facebook always works.
But
yeah, you can share it to me on Facebook. That'd be fine.
They're well worth the money. That's for sure.
And that's good to know. I mean, and that's where your experience comes in.
I was kind of scared of the inverter, but after seeing Keylog's run all that stuff and air conditioning and all that, and then something is we was running the washing machine with the Evo, and Keylog said, "Well, that's cool, John. You're running a washing machine." So he found him a washing machine, and now he's using one. Somebody gave him one. I could share a little bit of his story. He was living in Florida, and he was trying to go off grid. Well, the state of Florida told him he couldn't go off grid or something like that along that line. And he said, "Well, I'm putting my place up for sale and I'm moving to Tennessee." So
there you go.
Some land, and he started all over, and he's building a new homestead up there, and it's beautiful. And he's got 2 campers, and he's going to have it poured his slab recently on his channel, and he's going to have a nice place up there.
Wow.
The reason why he moved to Florida is because they was giving him crap about him having solar and Florida harassing him. So he decided to look for land in Tennessee, which he did. He's only about 4 hours from us versus all the hours to, where was that in Florida?
Okeechobee.
Yeah, Okeechobee. Now we can go see him and go visit him. He's not that far, and now he's in Tennessee where he can live with solar panels without getting stink from the state. He did what's best for him. I don't blame him.
But he
Of
hadn't
course,
seen better
Tennessee's
we do.
always the right place to live. You know that?
Actually, he actually only lives actually he lives really close by you now. He ain't that far
Ooh.
from you. You take
No, she's on the other side of the state.
you take I-24 and you go west.
Okay, yeah, that's the other end. I'm more towards Knoxville. It sounds like he's more towards Nashville or Memphis.
Yeah.
Well, it still is a lot closer than Florida.
That's
Did you say
true.
you couldn't get them AGM batteries at your Sam's Club?
Yeah, the batteries that you talked about, we've never seen batteries like that at Sam's Club. John was going to look the other day and he didn't see him.
They're in the Chattanooga store for sure. We was just there.
Okay, I'm never in the Chattanooga store. I'm usually up in Knoxville. So next time we're in Chattanooga, we'll check.
Yeah, they got them there. We was just
Okay.
there. That's probably where we
Okay.
get ours. They don't have them right out there in the front a lot of times. Wait a second. Yeah, they did have them right at the doorways. You're going in on the left.
Actually,
Yeah.
they did have as you're going towards the door. They had a few on display showing what they look like.
It's they're
Okay.
gray colored. They got a blue label. They're called AGM, and you don't have plenty of water in them or anything.
Okay, well, we'll
Plug 'em
look
in.
some more. We're going to be going to Chattanooga here in, I don't know, about whenever we go see you guys, we're stopping in at the Sam's there. So we'll check when we get there.
Yeah, when you walk in the entrance door, you'll see the batteries and tires.
Maybe we will have a chance to run into each other.
Yeah, that'd be good. I want to go to the Bass Pro Shop over there too.
Yeah, we was in there last month, and I said, Amber, why don't we call Gayle and see if she wants to have pizza with us in Sam's? I was just joking.
Hey,
Oh,
they
yeah.
have some good pizza.
Oh yeah, last time me and John went to Chattanooga and got some pizza, I can tell you what, that one was just enough to tick me off.
It's good. It's definitely good stuff there. But yeah, we can always meet at Sam's instead of the Golden Corral.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we
that'd
could
be
do
cool.
that.
Let's sit down at Sam's Club and enjoy a pizza and one of those iced or slushy things they got.
Oh, I do
Go
like the
shopping, too.
slushies. There you go.
Yeah, and go shopping too, walking around together. That'd be cool as heck.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Sometimes me and Amber goes in Sam's and gets them big round chunks of meat in a tight. When we're really struggling, like last month we had a bunch of stuff happen, and we took and cut that up and made it like steaks and eat it. Bought two of them.
That's the thing to do. You know, I like buying those. Like, I'll get one of those pork roasts and have them slice it. And we'll have those instead of pork chops, those blade steaks. And a lot of times they'll be on sale cheaper. It's all about saving money these days.
Yeah.
Oh, these days you gotta save money. Like going on solar and not having a power bill. Wink, wink.
Yeah, it helps make solar make a lot more sense.
Oh yeah.
My neighbor's power bill, he said it was $400.
Ow. Wow. Yeah, not for
And then
me.
a month or so, some later, 300 and something.
Yeah, not for me.
$80 a month because it was all the way off grid except the water heater. Well, we got our tank is charging $80 a month just to have this thing.
Yeah.
Well, we had it on timer too, but it didn't come on but like 2 hours a day. And sometimes we just cut it off and won't have it on at all. And they still charge the same price.
They still charge you
And then
for it.
Amber has to another thing too. Good to have solar is like you've got breathing problems. Amber has to have a fan to sleep. And I have to. She runs it.
At night, my breathing, for some reason, it's like real shallow.
Okay.
And having a fan blowing on me gives me the extra air.
And an air fryer run too.
Hey, did you see the fan I just reviewed?
Yeah.
I did a video on it the end. I love that thing.
There was another fan that I shared recently. It's a cool YouTuber. It's a little bigger than yours, and it's got a little battery pack that goes to it.
This has got a battery, and you can charge the battery up through the USB port. But one of the things I like about it is I took the battery out of it the other day just to test it because, just in case something goes wrong with your battery, I don't want to lose the fan because I don't know if that battery is proprietary or not. But you can get in there and take it out. And so I took the battery out, and I was still able to run the fan on the USB cord hooked up to my laptop. So I was real happy with that. So if that battery ever goes and I can't get a replacement, I can still use that fan.
That's an 18.6 battery.
Is it?
18650 battery. Yeah, they're all over eBay. You can get them.
Okay.
That's what they run the Tesla car on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I commented on your channel, but you never did. I don't think you've seen it. I
will go back and look.
Yeah, 18650 battery. That's what that is. They're all over the internet. But the battery he had.
Guys, we got to be careful. We got a monster in the house. Granny Monster has just joined us. So we got to behave now.
Yeah, the monster. She's in the room.
Who's that?
Granny Monster. John, we better behave. Granny's in here.
But his fan was a little bit bigger than yours. I thought that's pretty cool too. The one he had. I think it's USB. It's got a battery to it. He got it off of Amazon.
That's good to know. Yeah, because I went ahead and I just thought, well, what if something happens to this battery? And because, sometimes you'll have them and you can't run them off electricity because they have to have the battery in them. And I was real pleased that I could just take that battery out and it just run on the USB.
You can get double pack.
Granny's giving us a pass to misbehave. She said we don't have to worry about behaving on her account.
Hey, Gayle, you can get on eBay. On eBay, they got them packs like you're talking about the battery. They got them in double. I think they're like $5. You can get the double 18650 USB.
I may have to look at those then. Thank you for telling me. I didn't know that.
The singles and they make the doubles. I think they're making triples.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll just need one, but if I get a double pack, I'm covered. But okay, good to know.
We had a fan like you got, but bigger. But it fell off and got broke.
Aw.
But it had them packs of battery like you're talking about.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to know that. Because I'm like this fan is like my favorite thing right now. I'm all about the fan.
Yeah. Want to stay cool.
Granny, they're great people to get help from. I love Amber and John.
I'm trying to think of any other solar ideas and information to throw out there, but my blonde bipolar brain is freezing. I was born a blonde. I stayed at like a beach white blonde until I was 7, then my hair turned brown. So
Wow.
I'm technically
I've
blonde.
never been accused of being blonde.
It's trans.
So if we accuse you of being blonde, you're just going back to your original self there.
I can't say I'm a blonde because when I was born a blonde. I just say I'm a blonde. It's just God decided He wanted me to be a brunette.
Okay. The things we do for our guys.
I said God decided.
Oh,
He wanted
okay.
me.
I misunderstood.
I was born a blonde, but God, the band upstairs, wanted me to be a brunette instead. So he changed me in mid stride.
Okay. Sometimes you're cutting out and it's just the signal. So I'm getting about half of what you're saying at some points. And I just hit on the wrong half then.
You and John drink coffee?
He does. I drink tea.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
Gail is the tree. Gail is the tea queen around here.
I am. I've got orange tea in right now. Well, had orange tea.
My favorite tea is the red rose.
Really?
Yes,
I've seen that brand. I haven't tried it. You know, I actually like the Sam's Club, not Sam's Club. Shoot. Yeah, I think it is Sam's Choice, I guess it is at Walmart.
That Lipton is toxic.
Yeah, it's the cold brew tea bags. I like those. I think my favorite is the cold brew tea bags from Sam's Choice.
Yeah, Lipton tea bags were tested to have the most highest amount and levels of bug spray.
Okay, I'm glad I don't drink Lipton.
Toxins.
Yes, you're drinking trace amounts of toxins. Your body might not notice it, but if you keep drinking over time, you start by getting sick from it.
Of course, if we all knew what we were drinking, we might not drink anything but water, filtered.
Yeah. I ain't had any problems out of the red
And hi,
rose.
Nike Air Mag.
Yeah, red rose. We love red rose tea. That stuff is delicious. And red rose, each box comes with a little knickknack, a little thing to decorate your home with, and it's so cute. I love it.
That's a neat thing.
Yes, I've got a little train, little bell, a little starfish, and something else.
And
that sounds cute.
We like it. And the organic green tea. That's good too.
I like organic green. Of course, I just like teas. So orange is my favorite. I also like almond.
I like tea too a lot, but the reason why I drink more coffee is because when I was a little girl, I had ADHD real bad, and the Ritalin was causing cancer in some of the children. So my grandma said, my baby doctor had at the time told my mom to put me on coffee. And
it worked.
They said put the cream and sugar in it so she would be able to stand and drink it. And it worked. When I was younger, it did the opposite effect. It made me calm down.
Okay.
The coffee did. Now, as I get older, it wakes me up. So I've been drinking coffee literally since I was 6 years old.
So no wonder you like it.
Yeah, I got to have my coffee because I've been drinking it for years and years and years on end. Now, if I don't have my coffee, I get ill and cranky, and I stay real tired and loopy. That was one bad thing about getting started on coffee at such a young age. But the doctor was so worried about the Ritalin, he had no choice but to consider the coffee alternative. It was one of those situations.
But most of the
coffee. Well, I can't imagine you grumpy, Amber.
Most of the coffee nowadays is too acidy. I'll show
You
you
know what
our
has
coffee.
surprised
I'll go get it.
me? I'm
Yeah, it's really good. It's not acid.
You know what has surprised me lately? I have been on this no soy kick, and I have even found soy in tea. Now, why does tea need soy lecithin? Ah,
Soy.
but it's
That's
listed as it's listed on some of the labels. And thank you, Junkyard. I'm going to tell my husband about the Aldi's coffee. I think he's off the stream now, but he likes coffee, so he'll be very glad to know about the Aldi's.
Yeah, junkyard. Talking about Folgers. Folgers is one of the most higher concentrated acids. Folgers has the most acid in its coffee, and it causes people to get heartburn out of the yin yang. Hey, where's the coffee? It's on top of that white stuff over there.
I'll stick to my tea. I just always make sure there's no soy in it. So
this is what we
found. Granny's tossing away her Lipton Nestea plunge. And what is that?
That's the coffee we buy.
Okay.
And it's very little to no acid, and it's really smooth.
That'll work. Oh, Junkyard, I like your Louisiana tea. I like that pretty well too.
Oh, me John buy Louisiana a lot too. That's another one of our go-to teas.
Usually it's Red Rose or Louisiana. But the thing about Red Rose, they used to have it at Walmart, but they don't want us to have it, I don't guess.
They probably found somebody who could sell cheaper. Yeah. Granny Monster says she had Mexican coffee. So smooth and doesn't burn her stomach. Oh, cool.
Is that what that is? Huh?
No, Mexican coffee is in the Mexican section, and that stuff's expensive.
Oh yeah, that's cheap coffee, and it's not burn your stomach.
These days, anything's expensive. Come on.
10 ounces is $3.
Yeah. Yeah, now all these tea, I had tried that and thought it was too weak also.
All these tea is garbage, in my opinion.
Yeah. But we all have our favorite brands that we stick with on tea and coffee.
Well,
but we've got to all go over to Granny's and try this Mexican coffee that she's got.
Yeah. I've lost weight. I'm in the smaller size, and I see myself on camera, and I still look pretty fat. I got a long ways to go.
They say the camera adds 10 pounds. John, you can't comment on that. No matter which way you go, you're in trouble.
Stop doing that. That's pretty cruel.
Yeah, but I used to hear that. I don't know where it started, but that didn't originate with me. Well, guys, I'm getting tired. It's 11:30. So I can't believe we've been talking this long.
Yeah. Well, at least the majority of the chat was based on solar. We can give it that much. We'll have to do this another time. We'll have to do this another time when me and John have other stuff to talk about.
Okay, we're not going to run out of stuff to talk about, that's for sure.
Oh, no, it's going to last.
Granny says you guys need to email each other to make sure every morning to make sure you've had coffee, to make sure the world's safe. Do you think that would do it, Granny? Would that make the world safe? Well, hello to you too, Karate Joes. Thank you for stopping by.
Karate Jockey came from Douglas Fairchild's live stream. They're coming in to say hi and give you a thumbs up.
Oh, thank you.
Mike.
It ups
Mr.
the
Amy
odds,
and
Granny. I got that.
Yeah, I got you your first raid. Aren't you special?
Do what now? I missed that.
I said I got you your first raid.
Yay, thank you.
All them people that came in.
I appreciate that.
Damn it. And what's the other one? Is her husband's name?
We'll have to turn around and do this on your channel sometime too, Amber.
Yeah.
Yeah, with this laptop, I know it's real slow, but I'm going to do a test live stream with it. See, we'll do a live stream, and if it acts okay enough and acts good enough, we can do it from my channel next time and have you on the panel. Put you in the hot seat.
I'd be glad to. I would be glad to. And if you want to test it, I think you can do a private live stream and try to add me on and go through the different controls and settings and stuff. So if you want to try that, let me know. I'll just have to figure out time.
This thing needs a flash drive to take the junk out of it. And I ain't had it but just a few months.
It doesn't take long to fill it up. You know, we got my computer and I'm like, oh, it's got a 1 terabyte. I can't talk now. I'm like, oh, it's got a 1 terabyte hard drive. I am good to go. No, I've got it almost full.
I've got a mini laptop over here that I've never had that problem. I've had it probably 3 years. The screen's broken on it and all that, but got the flash drive and all that stuff.
This Windows 10 computer we have now, John opened it up. This computer does not have a hard drive. I don't know how it was running.
Solid state, probably.
Huh?
Solid state.
Solid state?
Solid state.
I would feel more comfortable having a hard drive. Seriously.
Well, they do that because you can't destroy it. You can't do anything to it.
There's some of them that only work when they're on the cloud. And Granny, I'm really looking forward to our chat too.
I looked it up. Thing costs $200.
Which does? I'm sorry. I'm about to sneeze, y'all.
I didn't pay for it. I didn't pay for it. A family member got it for us, an inheritance thing. But anyways, I couldn't believe she paid $200 some for this thing, and it's awful. Walmart.com thing.
Well, you know, Amazon Prime is coming up. Prime Day.
What's this thing called? A steaming or something?
It's called a Nextel Inside HP Stream.
HP Stream, yeah. Garbage.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of computer this laptop is. It says stream on. I'm like, dude, what? What kind of nonsense is this?
You never know. Hey guys, I've got a schedule of different people coming up. I'm going to post that in the chat link right now.
She's got to get offline.
Yeah.
Dollar store, Granny.
Granny's Monster says, impressed.
Okay.
Well, we better
that is a huge cup.
Yeah, well, we better let Gayle go so she can go get rest up. I can tell she's getting tired.
It's okay. It's that blasted medicine.
Oh.
I haven't been able to think a straight line since they put me on this blasted stuff.
Hope you sleep well.
What can you do?
You and John have a nice night.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming in.
Bye, everyone.
I've appreciated. Okay, thanks. Well, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming in. And okay, Milky Bar Kid, go ahead and ask your question. She might come back here later and be able to answer it. So go ahead and you guys, I get that when I get, okay. Thanks, Junkyard. But thank you guys all for watching. I appreciate it. I put the schedule to some of the folks who are going to be online with me later. I've got that posted in the chat group. And I want to thank you all. So thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to give me a like, thumbs up, and I'm going to see you all out about and online. And blessings to Amber and John. Good night.